Mariners! Yes, we're back for episode number 1 of season number 4 of Leeds, but Grimsby Town are in the quarter-finals of the FA Cup after beating Southampton. I can't function. I can't speak. As we've got to get on with today, and of course, transfers is what's going to be happening, because this season we need a better one than last. If you haven't seen the last episode, then all will be revealed in that one. 3 players already leave the club, including Clayson, Vencedor and Marc Roca, who we've let go to Napoli, leaving us with a sum of £147 million going into this season. I can't lie as well, Simeone's under pressure. He failed to win the Europa Conference League. The title actually went to Fiorentina. He failed to grab top 6 in the Premier League that we're in, of course, right now. It looks like a rather regular Premier League, no shock teams in here. And the board this year want the Champions League reaching. They've had enough. They're not giving us any more time. They want the FA Cup winning, and they want the Europa League final being here. They are low expectations, as they want one player signing of the same nationality of the club, get a streak of 5 games with 1 goal scored. Youth development's usually the same, and financial, which don't take priority. I think we do need that one player. And you know what? I want to get signing straight away. Roger Ibanez is a reason I want to sign this man immediately. He plays for Nice, so we should have the pool being a Europa League team and the Premier League, and Barcelona are after him. Still, I'd love to pay under 52 million. That is what we're going to offer for the Brazilian. And I also know who the Englishman that we're going to sign hopefully is, as a bid-in for Babic. I've actually tried to negotiate with Napoli before. I'll negotiate with Inter. Worth mentioning as well, we did lose some young players who came back off the loan. I think it was Horton and Dennis. They were on loan to buys. As looking at this team, Ben McGregor's the youngest and the most excitable. Howells is decent. Corona probably needs a loan. Keane Green the same. Field could start a game. Little needs a loan. Hogg's been playing. Wood could play. Clark, we've got such a good academy. Uribe. And outside of the recordings, I've been training Uribe as a right back, and he could actually fill in as maybe a backup or even a starter. And like I said, it is midfielders that we need the most. As a big bid for one of ours, Tyler Adams from Manchester City. It's hard to reject them, so I'm going to ask for 10 million more. Got to push them as Ibanez. Here we go. It was rejected from Barcelona. Let's sign this contract. I've been delegating. Now it's time to actually go in and talk. The whole reason I've been delegating is because I want to look at numerous players at a time. Mindset. Roger Ibanez could be a huge player. That's a decent wage. And the bonuses look alright as well after studying them. That is a huge first signing. He's turned up straight away to Thorpe Arch just to meet his new teammates ahead of this crucial season for Simeone. Welcome to our new number 2, the Brazilian Ibanez. It cost us a lot of money, him, as Babic's broke down. I think I do want rid of Babic now. I'd rather have Kaiki, Cooper and Kenny. Radu's got a bid in from Sevilla. I do think we're overrun with wingers. Alvarez, Harrison, Somerville, Sinisterra. Goodbye, Radu. Ooh, Spurs even putting a bid in for Meslier, but nowhere near enough. This is a project here, but it's hard to keep a player at a project when Real Madrid come in for Kevin Danzo. Can King Kenny be leaving the club right here? We're definitely going to demand more money. As Gabriel Radu, we never really truly got a chance, so we'll take some money for him. Bids in from Conference League winners Pascal Struijk and Dan James, as Dan James I'll accept straight away. Don't have room for him. Igor looks decent, but I'd rather keep Struijk. Struijk is a player that's had a brilliant redemption arc, and with Kenny, unfortunately, looking like he's leaving, we do need him here, as that is Dan James out of the club. Could be a quick turnaround right here. And there he goes. What a player he's been for us. He came straight in, the big Austrian with the other Austrian, who still remains at the club, but Kenny Danzo's impressed most. And he will go and partner up with Tony Rudiger. As Fulham trying to get a loan deal for Ruben Little, that's not a little loan for the little player. As ultimately, Babic has left the club, didn't get a chance, and we're very heavy on centre-backs. Tom Clark also from Wolverhampton Wanderers. Now, this is just turning into a bloody transfer show. Oh, and Real Madrid even want Jesper Lindstrom. Hard to reject, but seeing as we've just signed him, I'm going to ask 450 million. Be cheeky with Ancelotti. And our players have both got loans. They've both agreed to go to other Premier League clubs. And we've got through pre-season with 0 wins. And the board's still on our back for an Englishman. We're short on midfielders. I don't know if you know what I'm thinking at the moment. Calvin Phillips! Yes! His return to Leeds could be magical. Underused by Pep Guardiola. We should get him for relatively quite cheap. I don't mind overpaying. I would do anything to get Calvin back. As bids coming in flying, Hogg, a loan deal. Jack Harrison from Man United. I can reject that because he's been a City player before. And Kaiki, I do still sense he can be a backup with Cooper on the decrease. As 28 million. What a price tag this could be for Calvin Phillips. We've been searching at other places for other players. But this is the Englishman I want. City was a mistake. Come back to Leeds. We'll make you the highest paid player. Calvin Phillips. The Yorkshire PIRLO is back in Leeds United colours. Just get rid of that. Just get rid of that blue and like burgundy around his collar, and that's just a perfect picture. He's got to go straight in the team. Sorry, Tyler Adams, but you're dropped. You are dropped. Gone. Done. This team is good enough to be playing in the Champions League. Let's have it outright. Lindstrom wasn't actually bought by Real Madrid, and Morata is going down, which is unfortunate, but Gnonto and Alvarez can play up front. There's Josep Corona going out on loan. We've got a lot of the youngsters out. Look at all these. Little, Clark, Green, Hogg, Corona, Gyabi, and Howells. Loads of money still in the bank. Oh, but that's a rough start to the Premier League. We've got Tottenham, Chelsea, Wolverhampton before deadline day, where then after it, yeah, you can say it calms down. But of course, before the season starts, a bidding for Correa. He's our striker. Sorry, Juve, but he's got to stay here. Because it's game day as well. Why the hell would he leave on Premier League opening day, especially when we've got a Europa League to win? As this, of course, is the team that we play in. Miranda, don't get why him and Woba's so unfit and not fully happy, but still, I'll let it slide. McGregor is the youngster on the bench, and Uribe as well. Iglesias as well as that. Let's go out there and get the win to start this season off with Tottenham. Look at that stadium. I mean, it's a great place to go on any day, but Premier League opening day might be too difficult. Up the black and orange today, actually. That's a decent kit, of course, that we're putting on. The alternative. So let's get going. None of this premature aura. Of course, Calvin Phillips has come back. Got the number 8 shirt and the captain's armband. No one was stopping him from that. Fran Garcia just running around the houses a little bit with this. Just keep it. Now into Calvin Phillips. That's a good one onto Alcaraz. Start this game off strong. That's all we need to do. Go on, little Fran. Little Fran running around the houses. That's into Lindstrom. Lindstrom! Shows you how much FIFA knows. Making his debut. It's his second debut, actually. As they've got Ansu Fati and Jed Spence actually playing good ball across. We know from our roundup at the end of last season, Tottenham won it all. The FA Cup, the Carabao Cup, both domestic trophies. As we're going to get a ball through here onto Julian Alvarez. Alvarez to dance back in. That's a ball into Correa. That's edge of the box for Weston McKennie. As Kulusevski has a little bit of a run on. Still, we're going to make sure he can't pull that across, which he does. But Ibanez with his first clearance. So end-to-end, it's unreal. Weston McKennie just to keep on running away from the danger zone. Can he try and chip that over? No, we'll go out wide instead. Miranda, Sinisterra. That's the good one. That's the breakthrough one. Correa tries to turn inside. Oh, not gone for him. As Correa has this ball again glued to his feet. That's a good one. Into Sinisterra, who needs to keep it. Needs to get back on form. Him into Lindstrom. Finds a gap and Lindstrom! Jesper! Yes! Per usual. He is the usual scorer at the moment. He started off rocket here at Leeds, but he's come good. Our number 10 celebrating with Calvin Phillips and the lot. Winning away at the franchise stadium. Get in there, the Colombian. Just with the ball inside. What a turn on the number 17. I think it was Romero. Nowhere near. And Harry Kane with the ball around the corner. We've just dealt with that one very nicely. Meslier just whacks that into Miranda. Now we run. Now we go. McKennie through onto Correa. Correa onto Jesper Lindstrom again. This is fine football, but we've left it. And he's stayed down. Our scorer and best player, Lindstrom, injured in the first half of the season. He's already scored as well, but it's an early chance for the youngster Ewan McGregor to make his mark. See how he does in that number 10 position. It is the number 10 that scored him more than the striker, really. Or can Calvin Phillips? That's a goal back on his second debut. 2-0 just before half-time after we got a main man sent off. Calvin Phillips, the Yorkshire PIRLO. A fine goal, but we don't get to see a replay. What's all that about? As the half-time whistle goes straight afterwards anyway. We're doing very well. Extremely well. Just need to keep it going in this second half. That's an easy save from Meslier. Meslier to roll it out as well. Let's get going. As Sinisterra now to go. Sinisterra needs to keep on jogging with this. The Colombian tries to get it to 3. Unfortunate. McKennie. Calvin Phillips. That's over the bar. Fran Garcia with a ball roll to the side as well. Ewan McGregor. He's not managed to keep the ball there as well. Romero. Now we need to close these down because they've actually played a little bit alright so far, which I don't like. Pass around the corner as well into Ansu Fati, and there's that chance. It's Reguilon running forward. What's he doing there? Don't be the crumble, lads. Don't be the crumble. This cannot go any worse. And here we go. Ansu Fati on the ball again. I'm watching Kane, even though it is their left back who scores. As Calvin Phillips with a run on here as well. The defensive midfielder. It's blocked by Romero. So unlucky. So unlucky. Here's Sergio Reguilon. Reguilon squeezes the ball through onto Harry Kane. He's not had his luck. As the ball is whipped in again. And Calvin Phillips. No, it wasn't. It was Struijk off the bench. What am I talking about? I'm getting way overhyped. Julian Alvarez. He could power this, so I'm going to just try and float it. At least they don't look like scoring. It's a short ball into Correa. Across from McKennie, straight to Simeone. Still, as long as we keep the ball, we should be okay. Calvin Phillips not managing to switch it. Still, it is almost time up here. A last attack for Tottenham Hotspur. Round the corner, it's cut out by Maximilian Vober, headed on, and Leeds United have won the first game of the Premier League season against Tottenham away. Jesper Lindstrom out for 2 months. Still, I don't care. I don't care. We got him to get over the line, and McGregor, he did okay. If only he can make it Chelsea unscathed without anyone leaving, which Harrison will not. Back to Ellen Road for Chelsea, who did pick up points still. Going to go to the conference to try and boost the boys. Everything for that lift. So off back home we go. We had a similar run at the start of last season with all these big teams that we were playing. This season, we've really got to hope it goes right for us. Calvin Phillips to lead the men out. This was a 3-0 win in real life at Ellen Road. I mean, it's not hard to beat Chelsea. As Weston McKennie just to start with the ball. Straight into Calvin Phillips onto McGregor. McGregor just to get through the middle. He goes for a shot. That's a bad bounce! Alvarez! This is, as you can see, just the highlights as they're going to whip a ball in. We've got to be on our tiptoes. Maddison finds Varane. Varane at Chelsea. He's no Thiago Silva. He must be ancient as they've just looked for his replacement. That's a good ball through onto Correa, who scores on the angle. Angel Correa. More like Angle Correa. He's put us 1-0 up against Chelsea. Get in there. Miranda on a one-on-one with Geary, who we need to keep out still, though. No, he can't kill one, can he? Because Miranda's on his back, but they've given the penalty. Oh, bad tackle. Just caught him. So, Havertz against Meslier down the middle. It's all square now at the road. Gnonto needs to dribble away here. That's the ball into Phillips. And now back onto McGregor. Oh, I thought that was handball then. Just keep going, lads. You're doing us proud so far. Still, it's not a win, but we know who we're playing against. Go on, Phillips. Keep on going. What a welcome back it's been for Calvin Phillips. That's a bad ball. And a free kick for Chelsea. Maddison blocked by Tyler Adams. Then again, another free kick with 10 minutes to go. I could see this being the last highlight, to be fair. Take a 1-1 draw and run. Dipped in. That's a good cross. Caught by Meslier. And that is game over straight away. We hear the whistle and we take 4 points from 6. 100%. Just straight on to Wolves. It's going to be a played, a highlighted, and then a fully simmed. As Hoffenheim for Tyler Adams. No chance, lads. His time for now in the Bundesliga is up. We want to keep him here at Leeds United, as I'll keep deadline day open as well, but we've had matches rescheduled. A lot of matches, which is a cup game against Norwich, Stade Rennais. I'll check the other way, actually, looking at the standings, which is Stade Rennais again. We had them before. Lask and Malmo. Have we had that group before? Minus LASK. I swear we had Malmo. I have to watch my previous videos. But hey, we go straight into Wolves with an unchanged lineup. McGregor still trusted. It's going to be a 2-0 win. Sinistera and Correa. That takes us on to deadline day. The players should be happy. I am not going to check the position just yet, because that's what I did too much last time, and then we lost a game. Then we lost another. Then we lost another. Then we lost another. We need to keep the form up for at least Reniers, if not Arsenal, which is a huge game. Cups, League, deadline day, all on its way.